welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I'm gonna play with some rice paper and watercolor, and I have some all-natural indigo dye, and I thought maybe I could watercolor the rice paper yellow. Now this is Timu rice paper, and I don't recommend it. Rice paper tears easy anyway when wet, but this one is like extra sensitive, and I gave it a lot of water. So, needless to say, it's probably gonna tear. But I thought it'd be fun to do like Shibori folded dyed paper, starting with a yellow base and then dyeing with the indigo. I'm also gonna do some white with the indigo just so I have both. But I wanted to see if like I could get a little bit of a green. And these are, I believe these are M-gram watercolors, and I think I have quinacridone, nickel hazel gold there, and then like I can't remember which yellow that is, just a light yellow. The colors are kind of inspired by the makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. Their color combo for maybe June, maybe it was June, made me see like that. It's dry now and that just fell off. It's very sensitive rice paper. Made me think of this technique anyway, the colors and the fact that I had this all natural indigo, so that also made me think of Shibori Dying. And I just thought it would be fun to try this with some rice paper. So I'm just doing, accordion fold on this one. I know this part probably doesn't look really fast, but I do have it quite sped up because it's a lot of folding. And I'm just showing you the yellow paper, that I watercolored yellow, and the different folds. So I'm just doing I do a small rectangle and a little bit bigger rectangle, and then a triangle. So I just accordion fold, and then this one I'm just going to go back and forth with the triangle shape. And yeah, it does feel slow, doesn't it? I was trying to make sure it's all lined up. That helps with the dyeing process, and you don't want too many layers hidden in the folds. That's why I'm doing accordion back and forth, so all those ends hopefully get exposed to the dye. And it was just not quite the right shape, so I just trimmed off a little bit. I thought of another one where it's kind of like the rectangle, but you tip in the corners to be like a half triangle. I'm not very good at describing. Hopefully you can see what I do here. So I get the accordion fold in there for these rectangles. I'm pretty sure this is the one. And then, so it's really kind of narrow. And then once I get that in, I will go back and like on the one side, I'm going to just put like a dip in there. Did you see that? Was that? I don't know how to explain that. But I line it up on both sides. I crease it on both sides so that it'll go in evenly. Just like taking a little rectangle out of each mountain fold, I guess. So just so it ends up on one end. So it's like every other fold. Just like that. And there's probably videos and, websites that can teach you different kinds of folds. I just thought that one would maybe, hopefully, be a little interesting once we dye it with some indigo. So yeah, just working my way along. Got one more to go. So how is everyone today? I hope you're all doing well. Today's been a nice day. Still pretty warm here. All right, so I've got that one. I think I just do one more small. This one's a small rectangle. I don't think this is the large one. Yeah, I think I decided it needed to get smaller. And I'm not really worried about the yellow bleeding. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to use these papers for. This is just kind of an experiment to see what it does with my indigo dye. I have done a Shibori paper folding dyeing process before, but I did it with acrylic ink that time. I think it was acrylic ink. All right, so I've got these 4 different shapes, and I went ahead and I had some foam core paper. I wrapped it in packing tape so that it would not get all wet. And I'm just going to twist it with string just to hold the papers flat. And then the idea is to just dye the ends, and hopefully we'll get an interesting pattern. I tried to make the little foam core pieces just slightly smaller than the folded paper so that there was an end to stick into the dye. And I'm tying it very tightly. Okay. And so I don't make you watch me do all of them. There they all are. Now, I just have this lid, so I've been using this lid for paint and stuff. So I figured I would do my little dyeing in here. I'm adding some water to make it go further. I didn't think I needed it straight. It's an expensive little bottle, so shaking it up and pouring it in. And this is all natural dye, and it stinks. It smells so bad. I bought it from somebody on Etsy, and there was a note saying that, yeah, it smells bad when you start, but after it dries, it's fine. But no, it still stinks. Not as bad when it's dry, but you can still smell it. So yeah, I'm just dipping the ends in and rotating them around, hoping that I've got enough in there to soak up into the ends of those papers. And I just have to keep rotating them, trying to get them all into some moisture. I think I actually have to add some more water and some more dye after a little bit. Normally what you would do is you would have a bowl where these would be completely submerged. I didn't have that, so yeah, I'm working with what I got here. So yeah, I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to add a little bit more water, a little bit more of the stinky indigo. I don't know why it has to smell so bad, honestly. Like anybody come into my room would be like, oh my gosh, what happened in here? I'm trying to find the ones that I think need more color. And in doing this, I noticed my table is slightly slanted it slopes to the right. Just keep dipping them. Some of them, if they look like they've got blue all the way around, then I let them out. That is my scented candle to try and help alleviate the odor. It took me a minute to get that lit. It's getting far down into the little can, so it's hard to reach the match. All right, so I've got them all done. I'm not patient. Plus, I wasn't sure if they would like end up glued together permanently if I let them dry bound up. So I am unbinding them, and we're gonna open them up and see how we did. They probably could have used soaking a little bit longer, or maybe, you know, I could have found a cheap bowl to do it in. But when you have all the supplies except for the bowl, you don't want to wait till you've got something to do it in. So that's why I got the lid. I probably didn't need to have you watch me unbundle them all. Sorry about the noise. I'm editing on my iPad and there was an insect, but I can't see him. I was trying to swipe him away. He was crawling around. He was really teeny. He probably came in through the screen. So those ones have really interesting on the ends where the folds were, making this, the sides are thicker than the center, so more dye got in the center. That would have been really interesting if I'd had a bowl to soak them in, because I think more would have gotten down in there and not just on the edges. I'm fanning that. I'm like, get to me. I want to smell you, not the indigo. So I do have my heat tool out, trying to dry it just a little bit to make it a little bit easier to unfold. Because this is, like I said, this is rice paper, and it's cheap Temu rice paper. I did throw one other one in there, but I have no idea. It was yellow, but I have no idea which one it was, and they all seem to be pretty fragile. Oh my gosh, I can smell it just watching the video. Where's my indigo dye? I don't have it open here anywhere, do I? Some of the creases have interesting patterns, like they look like figures or faces, or not this side, but on just a few of them. And I did notice on some of the folds, one side is lighter than the other, so it didn't like soak completely in. See, like that. And here's one of the white ones. I think I have one where it just came completely apart in one spot. And my hands have indigo all over them. Gloves would have been good. Can't find the end. And then pull out one of the triangles and look at it. And you can do this with fabric. I mean, that's where you see it a lot, is in fabric dyeing. You fold the fabric the same way and put it in a vat of dye, and you'll get these patterns. And like I said, the longer you soak it, the deeper the marks will be. Decided that one needed to dry a bit. I couldn't find an end to unfold. It was pretty wet. There's a spot. That was one of the small ones. Sorry you didn't see me do that one. Or the little, I mean, it's the same. Rectangle, rectangle. So these ones were the interesting folded triangles. So I think they are interesting. They're like a star pattern, which is kind of cool. And then the white one. And really, this is it. I'll flip through the pages after they're dry, so you can see what they look like. What do you think? You gonna go out there and try some Shibori dyeing? You can use fluid acrylics and paper, rice paper, any kind of paper. Just experiment. Check it out. See what you think. There's the other one. Alright, so here they all are. And just flip through them real quick. They're dry. I don't see any green mixed with that blue and yellow, but that was what I was wondering if it would happen or not. Anyways, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Love to hear your comments. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have an awesome day.